The game
around the skateboard in this bitch.
was on the latest guest on Drink Champs, and he said that
What he say?
Kanye did more for him in 2 weeks than Dr. Dre did his whole career.
God damn.
How do y'all feel about that?
Damn.
That's how I feel about it.
I would too, but it ain't right, baby.
That's cap.
Yeah,
No.
definitely.
Yeah.
No, I say.
I hate when niggas get
Hats
mad.
off.
No. Okay. Hold on. You say
It's not in
cap,
front, West. Turn it.
and I say
It's
say
not.
it's not.
It's cap because he didn't say exactly what he meant, but I know what he was trying to say, but it's still cap.
I feel like a nigga can put you in a mental space to where more than physically anybody could ever deal for you. If a nigga unlocks something in your mind or tell you or put you on some game to another type of thinking that you ain't never been on before, think some type of shit that you ain't never thought before, that's mental wealth. That's priceless. You know what I mean? You can't put a price tag on that shit.
get
Nigga
that.
drop.
That's what.
If a nigga drops some gems
That's what he
on
was
your
trying to say. Like
I
I couldn't
get that, but you
yeah.
can't say
Yeah.
Dr. Dre. If it wasn't for Dr. Dre, Kanye wouldn't have put that stuff in your head because Kanye wouldn't have known you. Let's be real.
Yeah, that's true.
True, but he know you ain't his bag, bro. He had to put respect on it.
Just like Kanye always say he you know what I'm saying, he always gonna love Jay-Z because Jay-Z the one that kind of put him on the song. So he can't. I mean, of course now he probably gets some. He probably meet Elon Musk and Elon Musk put him on some real knowledge about some shit, but he can't. It wasn't. It goes back to the original. Like if it wasn't for Jay-Z, none of that extra stuff would have happened.
But then at the same time, let's take it to another level. Why does that even have to be looked at as like a blow?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is that's where the cap is.
Because you gotta look at Dr. Dre's didn't have to put the game on.
Exactly, but I'm saying, why does it have to be looked at as like the game trying to be disrespectful? You know what I mean? Why he can't just honestly feel like, damn, you know, no disrespect against Dre. He shouldn't have to say no disrespect against him, but I just feel like Kanye dropped me on more than you done ever did, but there ain't no disrespect.
The way he worded it wasn't exactly the people took what he said at face value. What he really was trying to say, yes, 50 not 50. Yes, Dr. Dre has done more than Kanye for his career. Obviously, he put him on, and like all the hits and shit he made was like during that era. But I'm sure, like as a lot of people have said as well, working with Kanye, I'm sure he let that nigga be 100% himself. Like everything, he probably was facilitating opportunities right off the bat, as opposed to him working with 50 and Dre. He probably had to grind and work. Just like Kanye was having to do with Jay. Like, he was having to, like, overprove himself just to get in the door. Do what he has to do just to get heard. Rather than just knowing, like, I belong here and I'm just working with a nigga. So, yeah. Okay. So, I get that.
I just want, put yourself in Dr. Dre's shoes. And if you heard that clip, you can be like,
what the fuck?
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because we know Dr. Dre. This is like, if somebody, we know P. Diddy. So we know P. Diddy artists don't really, do anything. Let's just be real. It's like they'll have a little spark, but then their career don't be. But you can't really say like Diddy ain't do nothing because Diddy don't have to see you. He can just continue to run his businesses, but you know what I'm saying. The fact that he took his time and said, "Okay, this guy's right here." As far as everything else after that, I can't.
See, that's the point though, because he's working with. I don't see Diddy being as open-minded as someone to work with as a Kanye. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Diddy is probably just like, all right, you got 10 seconds to show me some. Boom.
Yeah, I get that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's Diddy and Dr. Dre. They're millionaires. You only gonna get so much, and then they're not gonna be focused as more of a. Kanye knows how I feel. Like, we watched the documentary. He knows how I feel to be
in that situation,
put to the fucking side for a long ass time. So he's not gonna do another artist like that. We all know that. But Dr. Dre and Diddy, they're the ones making the decisions. Let's be real.
Yeah, for sure.
You only got a certain amount of time, and then you only got their time for like, let's give it a maximum a year. After that, they're gonna be like, all right, I got to move on to something else because their minds is focused on money. Once they get their money, let's say get their money out of you. Let's be real. If you're not coming in millions and millions of dollars, they're gonna move on to the next project. That's just how it is.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all. That's what I think he meant. But he has to understand your ability to work with Kanye does have to do with all the success you had in your career. So even when like I was watching another interview, I don't know who his name was like 100 track or 8 track something like that, but he worked with Melly, and he was saying when Melly met Kanye, it was almost like Kanye was a fan of Melly, like he was like deferring to him in the session, and Melly was like leading the session. I don't think the game would have got that same respect from Kanye if he didn't do what he did with Dre and 50. That's why I think the cap comes in, because he already, proved himself. So it was like, oh, then get this game. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom. I'm just trying to get that.
I see both sides.
Yeah, that's why I see it.
Yeah, I get what you mean. That makes sense.